Hey everybody, it is Jennifer at Studio J Company. Hello, happy Tuesday. It is time to get crafty. I'm excited. I've been wanting to make this kit for a while. I'm gonna wait for some people to jump on, but if you're catching this part, you might be catching the replay. Just comment #replay. If you are live, just say hello. Let me know you're here. Hey, Miss Ruby. How are you? Hey, Becky Ann. All right, I'm excited. I've been wanting to make this, but I had a limited number of these kits, so I didn't really have extras to do it. I do have one extra, but I didn't want to make it. Not yet. I want to make it with y'all. So, I'm excited. I'm going to wait and see if some of the people, because several people got this. So, if you're watching and you're making your kit with us tonight, let me know. Hey, Michelle. Welcome in. Michelle, I totally expected you to do that, that kitty cat we did last week, the little pretty kitty witch. That's so you, because I know you love cats and witches. Hey, Melissa. This lighting in here is really bad, but I can see. Just seems a little bit shadowy. All right, I think, let me see. I think I have everything. I'm just gonna wait. Let's see, it's 7:03. Hi, Carol. I'm gonna wait to see if some of the people that have the kit jump on in the next 2 minutes or so. But hey, while we're waiting, I got new napkins. If you like to craft with napkins, I gotta show you these. They're so pretty. But here's the thing, you buy a pack of like 40 napkins. You don't need 40 napkins. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll probably end up making some bundles, but this week, anybody that places an order in my shop, any order, I don't care what it is, I'm gonna throw in a bundle of these napkins. I gotta show you these. They're so pretty. These two are my favorite. Okay, here's the blue pumpkin. Isn't that pretty? I love blue pumpkins. That one, and then this one. These look good together, I think. Isn't that pretty? Oh, maybe the big one in the back. So I got these. Oh my gosh, look at this one. This one's so me. Look at that. They're all leopard print, even the black one. I don't know if you can see it real good, but even the black one is leopard print or cheetah. And then there's this one. They all have like blues and grays, which is totally my style. Well, not all of them. This one doesn't. Look how colorful that one is. Isn't these pretty? And then I had this one from last year, but I still have, I think I have like 12 or 13. So I'm putting it with these since these are pumpkins. So yeah, anybody that places an order in my shop this week, I'm throwing these in just as a bonus. And then after that, I'll probably create a bundle to sell. I know I love the colored pumpkins. Hey, Anna Marie. Hello, Sheila. Hi, Kim. Hi, Paula. Seeing all these names. Okay, it's 7:05, so I'm trying to think if there's anybody. Becky Ann, you're the one that's been saying all week, I can't wait. There's Gia. Hi, Gia. I know you got this kit too, right? Okay, so is everybody ready to craft? Okay, so let me show everybody that doesn't have the kit what we got. I didn't put my little box together, but here's what everybody that got the kit this is what they got. So I had this piece of weathered wood. It was in my garage. Now, it was outside. I know that I had used this wood to create like a table. We have a lot of football parties during football season, and I remember putting 2 sawhorses and 2 boards across it to have a place to put, like, you know, like the drink station or the snack station, s'mores station or something like that. Well, anyway, the wood stayed outside for years, and I know that's how it got weathered. I think I had painted the back at one time, but this is the side that was up, getting rained on, snow. Well, you don't get a lot of snow, sun, wind, all that stuff. So this is the weathered wood. So I only had a certain size piece. It was just out in the garage. My husband had cut it when we had that armadillo issue, and the dogs were trying to pull the fence up. So anyway, I cut them into little pieces about this size. So you may have a piece that like mine has a raw edge where I cut it, but the rest is, you know, weathered. But the back has paint on it. I have no idea why I painted it, but it was a long time ago. So anyway, so everybody got a little piece of wood like this, a little weathered wood, and then this mason jar, and I put a little note with these. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, this little piece right here is so stinking flimsy. I mean, you can look at it and it'll snap. Did y'all notice it? I can't believe it didn't just disintegrate in the laser, but that's just a brace. So once we get it glued on, it won't be so bad. So you've got the base, you've got it's like a riser. And then that little piece here, this oval, is like the bottom of your mason jar. And it's open like that for a reason. I'm gonna break mine before this is over with, because that's where your flour is gonna go into the mason jar. And then it's got the solid, not solid, but it's got the top to the mason jar, or the outline. So it's gonna go like that. Once we get it glued on, it'll be more secure. Okay, so we got that, but it's open at the top. I don't know if you can see that. So your sunflower can go down into the mason jar, okay? So for the sunflower, you've got the base, the whole sunflower base, and then you've got another layer of just and I'm gonna kind of tilt it and figure out which way I want it to go where I can see the most petals. See how you layer it like that? And then it's got the center of the sunflower with all the little dots and the holes in it. It's got that. And then you got this little weird piece. And this is actually a riser, because when you put, I'm gonna lay it on here. When you put your sunflower into the cup or the mason jar, you'll notice, let me see, show you. You can see how it's moving. It's because that stands up higher than that. So what you're going to do is just glue that piece isn't going to show. I think in the picture it showed an oval piece and it was confusing people. But yes, the break in the top is so your sunflower stem can go down in there. Let me show you without the top on it. See how it's got that break in it? That's how it came. I didn't do that. And then, so it's there, and your sunflower stem will go there. And you can tilt your sunflower, you know, if you want it kind of tilting to the side or straight up or to that side. But then once you put this piece over it, you won't see that break. Does that make sense? Oh, y'all got it? Was that confusing to everybody? Yeah, when I first pulled it off, I was like, oh crap, I broke them. But then I realized that's where the stem goes. Okay, so does everybody know what their pieces are? I just want to make sure before we move on. Hey, Susan. Okay, and then you got, of course you can use any colors you want. I just sent the colors, basic colors. You've got your dark brown, that burnt umber. You've got glue. And I also stuck some Q-tips in there to go with the glue. And then, and this is the only glue you really need, except for when you go to put your, now if you're gonna do it as a leaner and you don't need a hanger, then you're good. But if you wanna put the, I included a little piece of jute cord. You'll need hot glue or staple gun or whatever you want to attach it with. And you can either attach it, you know, to the sides or in the back. If you put it in the back, I don't know if it'll lay flush on the wall, but I guess it won't matter. Okay. So, now this yellow is super bright. I think I'm gonna paint my sunflower yellow, and then I'm going to mix a little yellow with some of that brown and kind of shade it a little, just kind of like sponge it on there, just to accent it. Hey, Darlene, welcome in. Hey, Kathy. Let me see if I missed anything. Anybody? Y'all say hello. Hi, Andrea. Say hello as you pop in. Let me know you're here. Hey, Lorianne. Okay, so y'all ready to get started? Let's get started. Now I stuck some sponges in there for you. You do have to have your own paintbrushes, but a lot of this you can paint with a sponge. My sponges felt really dry, so I just squirted them with a little bit of water, or if you want, if you've got your water for your paintbrushes, if you haven't dipped any paint in it yet, if you want to go ahead and kind of, you know, wet the sponges and wring them out, because they work a little better when they're damp. So that's just my advice. Thank you for sprinkling this video. What was I about to say? Some of the water. I don't know. My mind just jumped. Okay, so let me get y'all pulled up because I want to make sure you can see. I think on Facebook. Hey, Donna. Let me make sure this oops. What did I just do? No. Let me make sure the volume's down or it's gonna be blasting. Okay. All right. Hey, Debbie. Are y'all ready? Okay. So it's up to you. If you've got this raw edge, especially if you only have one, you might want to do something to darken that. So I'm gonna take, now if you don't have any wet wipes, you can take a paper towel and do the same thing you did with the sponge, or you can do this with the sponge. Just wet your paper towel or your sponge, and then take some of this. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I'm telling you like you've got to do it the way I'm doing it. I'm just gonna tell you how I'm doing it, and y'all can do it the way I'm doing it or the way you want to do it. Y'all know that, right? Okay. I'm not being bossy. This is just my way. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off a little piece of the sponge. Okay, and I just sprayed mine with some water. All right, so I'm going to take some of this burnt umber. Get it up here. And I'm just gonna go over that raw edge where it was cut, just so it'll blend a little better. It's not gonna match exactly, but it'll be better than this. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Probably from screaming at these dogs. These dogs are driving me nuts. Hey Cindy, hey Deborah, hey Margie. Maggie especially. Maggie is a wild one. Okay. And then if you have a wet wipe or a wet paper towel or your wet sponge and you go over that, it'll soften it up some. I have a spray bottle. I think that comes out so much easier. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it. Okay. We'll get the top too. So is anybody doing different colors? I almost did grays. Did y'all see the black and white picture I posted saying I was about to go live? I just took a picture of it and then I just changed it to black and white. And I thought, oh, how pretty that would be. Okay, I think that helps it. That helps it blend in a little more so you don't have those bright, but this is the main focus right here. Yeah, you're doing similar colors. Oh, that's right. You're doing your own base, right, Anna? Even if you're out of wet wipes, just wet some paper towels. That's what I was doing last week. I thought I was out, and then I found a bag buried under some stuff. Okay. All right. Keep all my pieces separate. Let me see something real quick. Well, hang on. All right, I'm going to, I think which one I'm gonna start with. I think I'm gonna start with my mason jar base. Your dog hears my dogs. Stella, she's so loud. They bark at everything. Anybody in the neighborhood walking their dogs, they bark at them. It's so crazy. Okay, for my mason jar, I want to paint it like it's got water in it. That's why I included some blue. It's like a light blue. So I'm going to use the white. Y'all, if you're like me, you might want to close the colors you're not using, because I'll pour them all over the place. These little pots are kind of hard to work with. That's Maggie. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do white. And if it drives you crazy getting it on the sides, you can use your wet wipe or your paper towel. Some people go back with a Sharpie marker when it's dry and just color it brown or black. Just color over it. I mean, if it's something you're not going to see the side, it doesn't matter. Yeah, use what you have. You can even use one of the Q-tips. Or use one of the sponges that's in there. Just wet, use that one to be your wet sponge. Those work good. Okay, so I just did just kind of a streaky white. It's not a real solid color. I'm gonna, like I said, this is super fragile. I even enlarged this thinking, well, maybe if I make them bigger. It was just bigger and flimsy. So whoever designed it, and see, y'all's are thicker than mine. I don't know if you can see how thin mine is. Y'all's are, I did yours on a thicker piece of, mine's like 1/8 inch, y'all's is a 1/4 inch. And that's still, I mean, it made it a little stronger, but it's still pretty flimsy. But I guess that's how she wanted, whoever designed it. I'm just gonna, oh, you know what? We don't even have to paint this flimsy piece that's, has the top open, because it's not gonna, it's gonna be underneath this piece. So I'm gonna sponge this one white also. And I actually kind of like it. See how you can still see some of the brown underneath the color of the wood or the MDF? I'm just gonna do it like that. I figure if the wood is weathered, maybe we can make the whole thing look weathered. All right. All right, so I'm gonna go back over the white that I did with a little bit of that light blue. Not as much, but a little bit. Now, if you wanted to do like a blue mason jar, you know those blue ball jars? Do you know what I'm talking about? I think they're so pretty. That kind of turquoise glass color. That would be pretty. I tried to do that with the daisy that I did like this. Hi, Mary. Hey, Barbara. Welcome in, y'all. We are working on our mason jar sunflower plaque. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna do a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go back with the white. And I'm going to take my wet wipe or wet paper towel or wet whatever and just kind of rub it a little bit, smudge it. If you rub too much off, you can just repaint it. Hey, Diane. So we're making, this is one of the Come On Get Crafty kits. And it's the weathered wood. It's a little weathered wood plaque. Hey, Kim. And so you'll have a, oh, here comes Cooper. We're gonna have a mason jar and a sunflower. And the sunflower is layered. So it's gonna be this part, then this part, then this part, and it's gonna go down in the mason jar. So we'll see. All right, let's see here. I think, okay, this little oval goes in the bottom of the mason jar. It's like the, what is that, like the seam in the bottom of the glass jar. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this one solid blue. Just something different. You can do it solid brown, black. Again, you can do anything you want because it's yours. I think I'm going to put this one up for auction probably tonight. I'll just put it on there because I do have another one if I want to paint one. So let's see. Hey Maggie. Okay. All right. Is anybody crafting along that wants me to stop or slow down? Or is it okay if I go on? I tend to rush through it. It's like people that rush and eat their food, and then when they don't have to, they still do it. I feel like it's like when we're in an event and we only have like 45 minutes or an hour, and we're rushing to try to get it done. I need to slow down. Okay, good. Okay. All right, so I'm going to, okay, for the sunflower, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the stem. Now, I sent y'all dark green. It's really a bright green. I'm gonna go ahead and paint mine the bright green, but then I'm going to kind of wipe it back a little bit with a wet wipe or a wet paper towel. And I'm hoping, I don't know yet, I'm hoping the dark green will stay in those the little etched veins, and then I'll dry brush. Y'all know, I think I don't have well, maybe I might just use a regular paintbrush to dry brush, but I want it to be kind of dimensional, so I'm hoping. I don't know if it'll go down in the little etched lines or not, so we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna take my green, use a sponge. Oh gosh, too much. Okay. What did I just do blue? Oh, I did my little oval. You know, the seam, the bottom of the glass mason jar. I just sponged it blue. You know, I did white and blue on this, just kind of streaked it with the sponge, and then I sponged this white only. I just did that to make it darker. You could do it any color. Am I freezing up? Hey Denise. Hello, hello. There's my friend Bert. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna try this. I don't think it's gonna stay down in the cracks. So I just sponged on the green and I'm gonna wipe it back and see if it stays. Hey, Pat. Oh, you got your owls. Good, 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 good. Hey, Dawn. Okay, I'm gonna wipe back some of this green. Nope, it's all green. It's all staying in there, but maybe when we dry brush it, it'll lighten it up. Okay, there's my stems. You can still see the etched lines, and I'm thinking you'll be able to see them still in the sunflower too, in the petals. You know what, while we're at it, oh, you're welcome, Dawn. Thank you for sprinkling too. If I'm jumping around too fast, just say so. Whoever's doing this kit with me, just tell me if I need to slow down. I am gonna take this sunflower center and just take a wet wipe or wet sponge or whatever. I'm just going to dip it in that burnt umber, the brown, and just kind of stain it. I'll use my sponge. I'll have to open it back up. Hi, Maggie. Hey, girl. What are you doing? She's licking my leg. Okay. So I'm just gonna faux stain it. And wipe it back. All right, here we go. All right. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do this. Do you ever change your mind as you're going along? I think I'm gonna do the same thing to my sunflower. Now remember, this part's not gonna show, just the petals, because this is gonna be over, well, it's gonna have another layer. So I'm gonna do my petals brown. I'm gonna do them with that same burnt umber, like a faux stain. Just wet it. Because I think the yellow will stand out really pretty over that. Let's see, I'm just gonna do these. I would lay it flat, because if you start yanking on it too much, that stem is pretty long, it might snap. Hey Jill, hey Teresa. And then I've got it all on there. I'm just gonna wipe it back with a little bit of water. Hi, Kim. Okay. So, lighten it a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna do the same. Hi. You wanna say hello? You wanna say hello? Come here. Come here. You wanna say hello? Say hi. Oh, don't eat the paint. No, don't eat the sponge. There's Maggie. Oh my goodness. Y'all, oh my God. Last night, I think Stella ate a frog. I'm not sure, but she ate something. And she was barking at something for a long time. And then she came running in and she was trying to get it down her throat. It was disgusting. Whatever it was. I was freaking out. I think she ate a frog. That's so nasty. Hey, Rhonda. Hello, Callie. Oh, did you see Maggie? Yeah, the hot dog costumes. I think they thought each other was a BarkBox toy. Oh, they ripped one of them. I mean, did you see? They were like pulling the straps off each other, and oh my gosh. And I didn't get one for Cooper because he doesn't play. He doesn't, he gets anxiety if you try to dress him up. I do have a picture of him with, it's a dog shirt, but it's a plaid shirt. He looks like a little nerd. It's so cute. But he doesn't like that at all. He doesn't like to play dress up. It didn't make her, well, it didn't make her foam at the mouth, but like she was slobbering as she was trying to, she had something in her mouth. And I'm just guessing it was a frog because I think a frog or what, there's no way she ate the frog that I saw before because it was a toad. It was huge. But maybe there was babies, I don't know, but she had something in her mouth. And I could see it at the side, and I was like screaming at her to spit it out, and she was just trying to get it down her throat. But I mean, aren't there some frogs that are poisonous? That's all I kept screaming, you know. And my husband came out there and he was like, Stella, what do you have? And then she swallowed it. Yeah, she had like foam on her mouth, but I thought maybe it was slobber. I was so afraid she was gonna choke, you know. I was like, do not come near me. Ugh, that was so gross. Just thinking about it grosses me out. Okay, my sunflower is really dark, so I'm gonna have to do some serious dry brushing on it. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna see what mine looks like here. Did anybody get a piece that has like a knot or one of them had a little hole in it, like from what are they, carpenter bees? The bees that drill the, not drill, but bore the little holes. No, she's not sick, but hey, Ralph. It was disgusting. It was gross. Because all I could think of was it was a frog. But there's no way it was the frog that I had seen before because it was big. It was very, very big. Sorry, that's gross. If you have any sandpaper, you can sand the edges. You don't have to, but alrighty, I'm gonna take, so I said I was gonna take that green and mix it with a little white to make a lighter green and dry brush that. I don't have one of my big chip brushes, so I'm gonna use kind of a rough brush, something kind of stiff. And I'm gonna mix up a little bit of green. Wait. Oh, guess what I just made before I came on here? Is Ralph still here? No, I didn't see your new apron. Guess what I just made? I made pumpkin muffins with Nutella, and cream cheese swirl topping. It's so good. And I took a picture and I meant to post it. I'm gonna post it when I get off here. Oh my gosh, they're so good. I'll post the recipe. I know you hate all things. You got to advertise that shirt. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that that are your tribe. I like pumpkin. Oh, my kitchen smells so good. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this green and white mixture and dry brush it over the stem. So you can still see the veins too, the little etched veins. Oh my God, it was so good. The Nutella and the cream. Okay, so Nutella is hazelnut spread, right? It tastes like chocolate to me, but I like hazelnut. A lot of people don't like hazelnut. I do. Tastes like chocolate to me. Maggie, are you trying to get out? You trying to get out? How'd you get in? Oh my gosh. Okay, I know I'm jumping around, but I'm going to go back to this that I faux stained. Apple. I haven't made... Oh, I did see something good with apples. I haven't made it, but I saw it. I'll have to share that one. I'll have to try to make it. Okay, so I'm going to take this that I faux stained and kind of wiped it back a little bit. And I'm going to sponge, kind of dabble. Dabble. I've never used that word in my life, I don't think. Dabble. I'm going to dabble some dark brown. Just like, you know, around the edge. There's the frog eater. No, Froggy. Miss Froggy, did you eat a frog? Do you see how she just like hits my arm? Did you eat a frog? Do you want to say hey? She can't just stand up. She has to get up. Do you want to say hello? Okay, so I just kind of, it looks like something a first grader could do it, but hi Misty, hello. I was just trying to make it look textured. You know how sunflowers are kind of the little center? Ew, I don't know what you've had in your mouth. Don't lick me. You're gross. You're staring at me. You're a frog eater. Okay. I can't work with this. Okay, I have to paint, honey. Okay, so I'm going to move on to, I'm going to paint my sunflowers with the yellow, And then I'm gonna mix a little bit of the, I think I said this already, I'm gonna mix a little bit of the yellow with the brown to, unless, I mean, if you have like a gold color, I think I do have a gold color. I don't know if I brought it. I'm gonna do it this way first, in case y'all wanna do it with the colors that I sent. Hey Tanya, hello, hello. Thank you, Ralph. She's, oh wait. Trying to figure out what they have. Hey, come here, come here, come here. Whose sock is that? Come back. I don't know if my daughter is still watching, but I think they have her sock. It's not mine. I don't have any socks up here. Okay, I think I'm gonna try dry brushing it. Hey Dion, where have you been? Have you just not seen me on here, or have you been busy? I know sometimes people say they haven't seen me. I haven't been on much. I swear, I start out the day and I'm like, oh, I might as well go live real quick. Let me do this first. Then let me do this first. Let me do this. And then next thing I know, it's like 4 o'clock. So, I still have, maybe a different brush. Really, any brush that's dry, it's kind of stiff, you can dry brush with it. Yeah, they're gonna destroy that sock. It's not, I don't recognize the sock. Hey, come here, come here. Look, come here. Hey. Yeah, I don't know whose sock that is. Hi, Kay. Well, I miss you too, Dion. No, I'm just kidding. I know. I think you catch the replays though, right? Okay, so I got a little bit of yellow on here. I'm gonna try to dry brush these. Try it with the gold. If y'all have like a, or mix the yellow and the brown to make your own kind of golden color. Try that. Let's see. So. I may end up just painting it. I'm trying to dry brush it, but I feel like it's not really getting a lot on there. I think because I stained it, that brown is really coming through, but actually I like it. I think it's gonna be okay. I'm just doing a little more than dry brushing though. Okay. Dry it a little bit. Yeah. They thought they were dog toys, each other. They were having fun though, so. Okay. So, that's so far. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing with this layer. Hey, I wonder if sponging might be better. Let me try it. Okay, so I'm gonna sponge it on here. You had your roofer. We've got to get our, let me tell you something. So I've been seeing a lot of people around here getting their roof replaced. And I think I had my roof replaced. Okay, so our insurance company called my husband one day and she said, I was just checking to see, when did y'all have your roof replaced last? And he said, I'll have to ask Jennifer, because I've lived in this house 24 years. Well, November will be 24 years. I built this house. I didn't personally build the house, but you know what I'm saying. And my husband has, he's my second husband. So he was like, let me check. And he said, when was the roof replaced last? And I said, I started counting. And I said, 14 and a half years ago. So they send us a letter. They send us a letter saying, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to renew your policy, your homeowner's insurance policy. This was a couple months ago. We're not going to be able to renew it due to the age of your roof. So they knew we're coming up, because they say if your roof is 15 years old, yeah, it's probably needed to be replaced. So I know it needs to be replaced because everybody in the neighborhood's getting a new roof, because we've been hit with some really bad storms. And I had something, I had to have something done on my roof about a year or two ago. And the guy that went up there said, your roof is slick. Like, you know how the shingles are supposed to be rough, like sandpaper, like scratchy? The storms have just beat that stuff down. And when we had our gutters cleaned a couple years back, the guy said, man, all the stuff from your shingles is in your gutters. I mean, like, packed in there. So we ended up replacing our gutters and putting those gutter guards on them, because the gutters were just ruined. So anyway, they send us a letter and say, you know, we're not gonna be able to renew your policy. I was like, dang it. And then like a month later, they send us a letter saying, you received a letter saying we're not gonna renew, but that's been reversed. So your policy will renew in September. And we're like, what? And I said, well, we're gonna get that roof replaced. They're gonna regret that. But it does need it. I mean, it's coming up on 15 years old. Our homeowners is through Farmers. Is that the commercial? Yeah, Farmers. And they're very good, because, you know, I don't know if you know, we had that flood. They were awesome. But I thought maybe that's why they were gonna not renew us, because we had a major claim 2 years ago. 2 years ago this week. It popped up on my Facebook memories. I was like, oh gosh, that's one I don't wanna see. Y'all, sponging it is doing better. It's getting better coverage. I'm just dabbing it on there. It's kind of covering up those, the etched lines. So if you really want to see those, I don't know if you want to sponge it. I kind of like the texture it's doing. Oh my gosh. They're still fighting fighting over a sock. I think I need to put a disclaimer on, like, on my cover page. If you don't like dogs, you're not going to want to follow my page. They're involved in everything I post. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to do this one a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, touch up the screen. Oh, okay. Okay. Donna, not the full kit, like not with this, but I'm selling this part of the rest of the kit. It just doesn't come with the paints and all that. That was just this craft. I try to do these little craft along with me kits where I like include all the supplies. But you can get like just the kit. Like Anna Marie, she ordered just this part of the kit because she said she had something to put it on. So yeah, you can get that. I only had a limited number of the pieces of wood off that piece of wood I had, so I just stuck them in there. Six dogs. You sound like us. We're outnumbered by the dogs. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add some white to it. Just sponge it. Sponge. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, that's what mine's looking like so far. I just added a little bit of white. Maybe too much. Okay. I'm just dabbing a little bit of brown around the edges. Hi, Sherry. You can't see or hear my dogs. They are, well, they're not fighting now. They were fighting over a sock a minute ago. Okay. sorry, I keep going back over these, but okay, I'm good. I'm good. Let's see, I'm good. All right. All right. Is anybody else assembling theirs yet? Are y'all ready to go ahead and start putting it on here? So obviously the first thing you want to do is kind of get an idea how tall it is. So I'm just gonna lay the solid piece of the mason jar on here and the sunflower, just to get an idea of how much space I have. Okay. I mean, if you want your sunflower, you know, sticking off the edge or anything, you could. I'm just afraid of it getting broken, you know, if it's sticking out too far. So probably tilt it or something. Okay, so close this up. So your little kit came with some wood glue and some Q-tips. So use those. I'm just going to glue this down onto the piece of wood. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much wood glue at all. Now you can hear the dogs. Just give it a little pressure and it will stick pretty quick. You could use wood glue too if you wanted to. Okay. All right, so you hear them now. All right. If anybody is working on this kit right now and I'm moving too fast, just say so and I'll slow down or I'll go back or whatever. I don't want everybody to be like, she went too fast. I'm going to go ahead and glue this flimsy piece, the one that has the little break in it. That's your, kind of like your riser. It's just to give it a little bit more height. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. I'm just going to dab. I'm going to make sure I get the wood glue all around the edges. And remember, this dries clear, so when you put it down, if you see it ooze out a little bit, it's okay. It's going to dry clear. You'll see it now, but don't worry. Don't freak out. But yeah, it gets tacky pretty quick. It'll stick. And you want to kind of guide it. You want to, you know what I probably should have done? I probably should have glued this to the back of the mason jar, but I'm just going to make sure it opens up. Because you know, it's just so flimsy. Just kind of hold it into its shape so it outlines that base. Yeah, you could always, instead of gluing that down to the base, you could have glued the front of it to the back side of this. Either way, it's all going to be stacked. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the top layer. I guess I need to post pictures. A few of you sent pictures of your kitty, the witch kitty that we did. I was holding off. I was hoping to get a picture from everybody so I could just post one picture of all of them, but I might go ahead and post the others. So yeah, if anybody wants to send me a picture of their completed project, I always like to share them and show other people. I'll post it on my wall. You can just send it like in a message. Okay, it's got all my glue on here. Hi, Mary. Yours don't fit around it. What, the flimsy piece? Because you got to shape the flimsy piece. Because it's just, it kind of... You're watching The Voice. I haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, the flimsy piece, you got to kind of shape it. I don't know if you saw, I had to like put the glue on there and then kind of work around and kind of hold it in place because it wants to, you know, because it's kind of got that break. It just kind of does like this. Kind of stretch it, don't stretch it out, but, you know, just kind of line it up around it and hold it. That's what I did. Yeah, like even when when I sent them, I laid them and I taped them down and it still kind of went in towards the middle. That's why I said once it's glued down, it'll be more stable. Does anybody else have theirs done? So there's mine. I'm probably gonna go back. I'm either gonna take this burnt umber or a Sharpie marker and just see the sides, how it's all messy. I'll probably just touch them up. Yeah, I got a picture of yours and I got a picture of Kathy's and I got a picture of who else sent me a picture? I think I got 3 pictures of kitties. Okay. Is it okay if I move on? Somebody stop. Melissa, did you get it? Now it's still, I mean, it's set up, but it's not dried, so don't pull on it or anything. This wood glue sets up pretty quick, but it's not dry. You need to let it dry overnight, or at least a couple hours. Hey Sharon, welcome in. Good for you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Melissa, are you still there? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and glue. You know that little weird round piece I was talking about? You broke it a little bit. That's what I was saying. I was pulling on mine. I said, watch, I'm going to snap this. So the open piece sits on top of, well, look, can you see it under, well, let me see. You can kind of see it's the solid base and then the open piece, and it still has an opening because you stretch it open. You make sure it outlines the mason jar. And then it's flimsy. That's why I was saying don't pull too hard, but are y'all talking about the middle flimsy piece? Because that piece should be okay. Even just get it glued on there because it's going to be underneath. That's why I wrote that little note. This piece is stinking flimsy. It's so flimsy. I can't believe I hadn't broke mine. I don't understand why they would make it that thin. I was saying earlier, I even made larger versions of this. I blew it up on the Glowforge, and even bigger. It's so thin. I don't understand that. I guess so it doesn't show, but I don't know. She could have made the whole outline thicker. Where does the round oval? Is it the oval circle? Wait. This thing, this is the bottom of the mason jar, like the little seam of the glass. Did you see that? I'm glad you said that. I forgot about mine. It goes in the bottom of the mason jar. This one does. My Q-tip is pretty gross. Can you get it to outline the mason jar, Melissa? Because it's not going to show. It's going to be under the big piece. Or the top piece. Okay. This is the bottom. See, so that little oval goes in there. Does it make sense now? It kind of looks like the bottom of the mason jar. And see, you can, I don't know if y'all can see it. You can see all that glue. It'll dry clear, so. You're gluing the piece that broke. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you should just be able to, if it just snapped, you should be able to just glue it. Because like I said, you can't see it once you, look how messy my sides are. I'll go back and touch them up so that won't show. I'll do that while y'all are doing this. But what I was saying about this little round piece that came with it, it's just a little round, looks like a little coin. It goes on the back of your sunflower. Okay, so basically, make sure it's the whole, not the layered, not this piece, but the whole sunflower. If you turn it to the back, this little piece, this is a riser, so it's not going to show. You don't have to paint it or anything. We're just going to glue it right here on the back. Okay. It doesn't take much. I'm just glad they didn't break in shipping. That's why I was so worried. Wrapping everything up, I was like, please don't break. And I was trying to tape them down so they wouldn't wiggle around. But they're thin. That flim, I think it's because that break in it, you know, so that the flower can go in, just made it even flimsier. So that's why I wrote a note on all of y'all's package. Be careful. All right. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my flower, the full flower. I glued that little round circle. There's a little round piece to the back of it, like that. Okay. And then do this carefully in case your glue is not dry on your mason jar, but that opening, that break in it is where your sunflower goes down into the mason jar. So it's gonna go right in there. It's probably gonna be a little tight. It's making that terrible sound. Just go real slow. Can y'all hear it squeaking? Okay, and you can put it down as far as you want. I think I'm gonna do mine that far so that the sunflower is a little close to the top. I don't hear anybody say anything. I'm getting nervous. God, it's actually staying in place. I should have put glue on the back. I forgot. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue, even though when I put that in, it fit pretty snug. I'm gonna put just a little bit of glue. Not a lot, because I'm gonna be sliding this down. I'm just putting a little glue on that little button thing. I put that little circle I put on the back of my flower. I'm just gonna put a little glue so that when it rests there, it'll glue it down. So the trick is I'm gonna try not to slide it across here. I mean, if I do, it's no big deal. It's gonna dry clear. But carefully put the sunflower in the groove again. Can't do it left-handed. I know I'm backwards to y'all. Oh, that sound. Yeah, I'm gonna leave a little room up here because I think I'm gonna take some of that raffia. Or should I put the raffia up here? No, I'm gonna do it down here. Okay. I have all that paint in my nails and my fingers. Okay, nobody else is saying anything. Okay. Right, so that's where it's at so far. That's where I'm at. And then you've got the layer of the sunflower. And I'm going to just turn it so that, because I wanted to kind of layer it, you know, so you can see all the different layers. Okay. None of them are saying anything. Becky Ann, are you still there? I'm only going to put glue on this one. I'm only going to put glue in the middle, like right in here, because some of the petals won't be touching the other petals. So I'm just doing it in the middle. That's which way I want it to go. Just gonna hold it down for a second. Okay, and then I have the center. Cute. Okay, I am gonna take some raffia. All right, talk to me, Goose. Where are y'all? Y'all are making me nervous. I'm just gonna take a little flimsy piece of raffia. I remember. Okay, Anna Marie, how's yours coming along? Did you finish yours? I want to see a picture. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Thank you, Diane. Mine's all glued. I'm not using the raffia because you don't like raffia. Okay, that's fine. You're doing your raffia. Okay. Are you doing a bow? I don't know. I think I might do a bow. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I want the raffia. Here we go. You might do a tiny one. Okay. Y'all, if anybody's interested in this, I'm going to put mine up for auction. And I'm going to start it at... Let's see. Since it'll be an auction, I think we'll start it at... $6. I always say I'll start something. It's like eBay. Do you ever have y'all? I haven't been on eBay in forever, but remember you would go on there, and it would be 99 cents. Starting bid 99 cents, and then something would end up like $300, and I was like, what the heck happened? So I always think, well, I'll start it at 6, and if it goes for 6, I'm okay. But if people want it, they'll bid a little more. So I won't cry if it goes for 6. Shipping, I'm gonna say shipping's probably gonna be about $6. I've been doing, I actually my website was a flat $6. I think it still is. I might bump it $6.95. I haven't shipped hardly anything at $6 lately. Everything's been like $8, $11. I'm like, what is happening? But it's okay. All right, mine is a little crazy. Do it up here. All right, I'm gonna put a dab of hot glue. Shipping's crazy. I hate it. Okay. That kind of covers the leaves. Okay, and then you got a piece of jute that came with it to do the hanger. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a little side hanger like that, or on the back. I'll tie a knot. Well, Mary, I'm gonna, you're so sweet. I'm gonna, when this ends, I'll take a picture of it and I'll do a post and say auction time, and I'll say starting bid 6, and it'll go through, it's kind of late tonight, so, let's say noon tomorrow. So whatever the highest bid is at noon, right when it turns noon, I'll comment auction is closed. That's what I've been doing. Auction is closed, and whoever has the highest bid. So I'll post that, and you can bid there, and then go back and check it before noon and see if you need to bid again. I'm gonna do mine on the sides. That way it'll lay flat against the wall when you hang it. Okay, here we go. Yes, please. Y'all send me a picture of your finished. I always love seeing them. Oh, you're not, oh my gosh, sorry. You're not feeling good. Oh, I hope you feel better. Have a good night. You're gonna do a side hanger too? I think that. Yeah, y'all send me a picture, and thank you for doing these with me. And thank y'all for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, and if you're interested in getting this, I'm gonna stick it up on my page, and I'll share that recipe. If y'all like pumpkin, if y'all use pumpkin muffins, they're so moist, and the topping, it's the cream cheese and the Nutella. Well, the cream cheese has a mixture in it. The cream cheese and the Nutella, and you swirl it with a toothpick, and then you bake it, and oh my god, it's so good. I'll post the picture, and I'll give y'all the recipe. Let me get this on here. But anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with me. If you are new to my page and you don't already follow, I'd love for you to hit that follow button. Come back often. Come say hi. And I will be on here tomorrow. I'm in an event with Vintage Country Crafting Friends. I gotta check and see what time. I forgot. I'm gonna post their lineup too, but we're doing a fall theme. So we'll do a fall craft. All right, I will share that. I got a lot to share tonight, so stay tuned. All right, y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.